Welcome, my friends, to Larry's Fountain Pens Review. Welcome to my ink reviews. For the first time ever, I'm doing, and I'm proud to do this one, the Robert Oster inks. And this video is sponsored by Lena, the owner of the Pen Boutique shop. And with the help of her staff, they put everything together and shipped it to me so I can show you the beautiful wonders of Oster's inks. And they are gorgeous. Now remember, as I always say, we all have different opinions. We all have different likes and dislikes. So I'm sure there'll be a little of this and that when you see the inks. I'll be showing you the colors. I'll be doing some writing samples on different papers and so forth. Okay, so we're going to get started by, let me just show you a quickie that I've done already once of some of the blues that I have on hand. So we're going to continue the blue journey right now, and I'm going to try to do different colors as much as I can, okay? So, as you all know that Oster inks are created in Australia. And the first person to ever sell Oster inks here in the United States was Frank from Federalist Pens and Paper. Well, now they're just about everywhere. But, in my opinion, these inks are extremely awesome. They pop. And Mr. Oster has created hundreds and hundreds of beautiful inks. And I believe enough to fill anyone's appetite if you are a true ink enthusiast. So, let's get started because this journey will go on for some time. And I'd just like to show a reminder that, you know, when I first started, there was a few inks that I did and we put it on YouTube. So now we're going to start doing more, and as we go on, more and more and more inks. We're going to have an incredible journey. So you all want to stick with me and tell your friends about it because I am seriously going to do some serious Robert Oster inks. Why did it take me so long, I asked myself, to do this? There's so many inks going on. So many different brands, so many different colors. You just don't know where to choose from. Left, right, up, down. It doesn't matter. And behind me, I have inks. And I've always told myself I'm done with inks. So when I start seeing Mr. Oster's inks, I said, look at that color. Where has that color been? And look at this color and that color. And it just went on. And so here we are today. So let's get started. We're going to look right down here as we start the journey of Oster's inks. And what's going to come in handy is my ink buddy that one of my viewers kindly sent me. He bought this for me and he wishes to remain silent. It's made especially for Oster inks. And so I have some things ready in here. Glass tip pens that I will use, and metal tip, and a few of the swabs. And we're going to get started, and let's have some fun. Party time! All right, Mr. Announcer, what's our first ink on hand?
Kids on the Block.
Kids on the Block. Well, let's get started. Here we go. And there's the bottle of Oster's inks. And they pretty much look like what's on top of the cap. And they're very well made, and they fit in your drawers conveniently. Plastic bottles. And I do like the Robert Oster signature that he's done on the bottle. That looks really cool to me. So, we are going to get started with this first bottle of ink. Are you all ready out there? Well, let's hope so. And I better put that little jewel right in there so I will not spill it. Here we go, folks.
This is Kids on the Block.
Now look at that beautiful blue, right? I mean, it's gorgeous. Now you have to admit, this is one gorgeous monster of a blue ink. And that's my favorite color, blue. Yes, blue, blue, blue. I'm a sucker for blue. Blue it is. So, and that's done on these little signature cards, the swatch cards from Oster's ink. And so what we want to do next is we want to get that same ink and we're going to put it on some of Oster's paper here. And we've talked about this. This is the Cosmo paper. We've talked about it, and you can look that up on my video. Tell you all about the paper where it's made. Okay, so we're going to do that. Isn't that gorgeous? What do you think, Mr. Announcer? Your honest opinion?
Oh yeah, I really do like that color.
And we're going to tell you what we like and what we don't really get into. I like inks that pop. So we're going to have all kinds of inks that pop, inks that do this and that, and maybe inks that may not pop. I'll just be honest with you, right? But all in all, Oster's ink pops. If you haven't heard of this gentleman's ink, if you have yet to buy one, you better get on the phone and call Pen Boutique. Ask for Lena. If Lena's not there, ask for any of her salespeople. They're ready to help you, right? And I believe Frank from Federalist Pens and Paper also carries some of the lines of ink. So get on the phone. Tell them Larry said to call. Who is Larry, they're going to say? Oh, who cares? Right, right. All right, well, that's one color here. And just look at that amazing color. Now, Mr. Announcer and I have been planning to this for a few months now. And we're working on some of the videos and getting all this ready. It took some time, hadn't it, Mr. Announcer?
Oh yes.
It's not something that you do 2 or 3 days or a week. It's something that takes months because I'm always changing, right? I like this. I don't like that. Isn't that right, Mr. Announcer?
Oh yes.
Or I may wake up in the morning and say, scratch that video. I don't want to use that. And what do you say, Mr. Announcer?
Well, at this point, I'd just say text it to me.
So there's that.
That way I'll have it in writing.
Okay, so, my friends, I am going to use this ink set. And this is the Stanford Ink Set. And here you can always put a bottle of ink, which I have the bottles there, but I'm just going to dip it and go from there. Show you how this stuff writes. And I am excited because I love inks. I have to be honest with you. All right, get that all done. Here we go. Kids on the Block. It'll be good if I get some ink on it, won't it? There you go. That's one. Okay. Lock this up. And we're going to do some writing real quick. I'm going to come over here. Let me do a swab there. I'm going to do a swab here. Isn't that pretty? That is beautiful ink. Okay, so that's that. And the reason I am doing this on paper to show you how the color looks on paper as well. Because some people say, well, you didn't put it on this kind of paper, that kind of paper. So I'm trying to move it around some, okay? So, next. Okay. All right. I've got enough ink on there. Dragon's Night. All right. And the first one was Kids on the Block, so you might want to remember that. Kids on the Block. All right. All right. Now, what I want to do. Now, in my videos, upcoming videos, it's all going to be different. This is the Dragon Knight. And where did it go? Okay, Kids on the Block. And while we're here, let's go ahead and finish this. What's the next one there, Mr. Announcer?
Morning Mist.
And then we'll do some writing with it in a minute. Morning Mist. Okay. Morning Mist. Okay. And let me just come over here. Oh, that is pretty, isn't it? That is pretty. So let me just set this aside. Let me get Big Bertha out here. Now this is Morning Mist. Again, this is Morning Mist. Right there. And did we do a writing sample on Kids on the Block yet?
Yes, you did.
Okay, yeah, so we're caught up with those three. Okay. So we're down for three. We're going to go for one more. And that one is, Mr. Announcer?
An interesting name, Bishop to King.
All right, Bishops to King. Interesting. So let me go ahead and get this going. Okay. Set this over here. And we'll do a writing sample here. And again, the neat is, Mr. Announcer?
Bishop to King.
Remember that. Okay. Folks, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the first preview of Robert Oster's ink, The Wonderful World of Oster's Ink. And he has so many lovely shades of ink. You may have your own favorites, but I hope you enjoy these colors as much as I have. And let me tell you, it's a lot of fun. Yes, it's a lot of work to put this together, but I also get a lot of fun and some satisfaction doing such incredible inks. As the wonderful world of Robert Oster Ink, here is 6 more beautiful colors from his collection.